This video is brought to you by Carl's Bait and Tackle, home of the mystery tackle box. Just kidding. What's up, dudes? My dog's barking at something, and my kid is screaming at him to stop barking. But anyway, look, man, I got a new phone, and had them do the little backup on my stuff on the cloud. Well, the cloud must have rained a little bit because I lost a lot of my stuff. I lost all my videos from Wednesday, the day before Christmas Eve, when I went on Lanier and got one bite. So luckily y'all didn't miss anything because it was slow. Later found out I was fishing spoon in those ditches, and there wasn't no fish in the ditches, and it just didn't occur to me. And this is great, though. This is fantastic. What I learned is this kind of new cold weather fishing to me, in this real deep lake, you know, fishing in ditches. It never occurred to me that, hello, ding dong, if the water warms up, the fish probably going to move up a little bit. I just had it in my mind that, hey, once they're in the ditch, they're in the ditch, and they're not doing a whole lot. But they moved up onto the rocks, and I did fish a couple points, rocky points and stuff like that, to try to find them, but didn't get more than one bite. I had one fish in a ditch. It's pretty cool, and I'm super bummed because on my Humminbird Mega Down imaging, I could see the fish arc come up, eat the spoon, and then I felt the tug, and so I was excited to share that with y'all, but I lost the video. Lost everything. I had lots of video. A lot of it was terrible boring, but there was some good stuff in there. And like I said, the best thing you can take out of every fishing trip is not the fish. It's the experience and the knowledge, you know, learning. I know what I'm going to do next time. I know the temperatures dropped back down. It got really cold down here for Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. And it's still really cold, and it's supposed to warm up a little bit this weekend. But I still think they're going to hang back out in those ditches because I don't think the water temperature is going to move from now till the morning. So I am going to get back out there. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I wish I was going out there today. But yesterday was Christmas. Today is the day after Christmas. Yesterday was my girlfriend's and our anniversary. So we're going out and doing something together today, and I'm going to have to kick fishing on the back burner. But I want to do a SIXGILL rod and reel review. Okay, that's my plan for today. Because I can't get on the lake, and I'm gonna have some hopefully, keep my fingers crossed, Lord Jesus, please help me get some fish tomorrow. Something good for y'all to watch, something I can share. Yeah, I'm going through some of the stuff that I just got in the mail. I'm super excited. I got a whole box of spinner baits. They came out with a new spinner bait. At least I think it's new. First time I've seen it. But I'm probably gonna use the wrong word. But like a chatterbait, kind of cavitates a little bit from the blade, you know, doing this whole number. That's what the spinner bait does. It does a little shaky wobble. And I got your main colors. I got the shad. Got a bunch of those. I mean, a bunch. I did not have a good collection of spinner baits, and I tell you what, I only use Georgia Blade spinner baits because they've been the only spinner bait that I've ever had just slap, run true and smooth every time. So this is going to be something new for me. I like the colors, and I got a really good deal on them. So I ain't sponsored by anybody, but I really do suggest going to Carl's Bait and Tackle. I got some really good stuff. I mean, this stuff showed up real fast too, so maybe if I shot them out, they'll hit me up and send me some stuff. But this is my little workbench here. I just built this. I've got all my old reels on here. I made a little rod set up here. These are all my striper rods. I don't keep those on the boat. I'm trying to keep them pretty. But yeah, I bought a bunch of pegs. This is all gonna get hung up. All these are gonna get hung up on pegs. Some plastics will get hung up here. I got all my line up here. I got this little, I just bought that. I don't think it's gonna work. But my buddy Colin came in and collected, and bought me one of these. I have used one of these before. They work fantastic for spooling up your rods and reels and stuff like that. So let's go check out the rods and reels. All right, I'm on my spaceship. Let's fly away. All right, so I'm just gonna start with I'm gonna start with the rods, okay? Then I'll go over the reels. All my reels are pretty much the same, okay? I like to be the guy who keeps it simple. I don't want to forget what the heck I bought and why I'm using it for what, and you know, different colors, all that stuff. I try to keep it really simple, okay? Like I said, 6GILL Fishing, okay? Sure, they make these out here out in Texas, and I love their stuff, man. I really do. I bought 4 rods last year to give them a go. They have usually have a BOGO program going on, but okay. So this is what I got. This right here. Gosh, I better start with one that I'm actually. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna start with my jerkbait rod. Okay, they have a guide on their website, which is really slick. Okay, they've got a guide that'll tell you what rod you need for each application, and I admittedly use that guide. I'm not that experienced when it comes to real specific rod selection, so I did all my research. I sat down. You know, let's say for instance, I like to fish a jerkbait on a spinning setup. I sat down, I got on YouTube, I typed in jerkbait setups. Most people, it seems like the majority of folks will fish with a casting setup. And I said, no, I really like the jerkbait on a spin setup. And so I just Googled spinning reel setups for jerkbaits. And then I picked like 3 pros, you know, try to figure out what kind of setup they use. Like this, for instance, is a 6'9" medium heavy power. Generally, you get the consensus that a shorter rod for jerkbait is probably, to me, the biggest factor. You want to be able to point that rod toward the ground, and you don't want a long rod slapping the water. You want to be able to get that water, or you want to get that rod pointing straight down at the water at the end of the jerk motion. So this is their Mayaka. Okay, I like cork handles. Cork handles are my absolute favorite. If I ever have to feel anything, to me, cork just works the best. Old school, traditional, whatever you want to call it, it works the best for me. Any rubber, composite, plastic, foam, whatever handles, I just can't seem to feel them as well, no matter how good the blank is. So I've got this rod here. Okay, this is the Mayaka I was telling you all about. This might be backwards. And then this is paired with their Banshee reel 2000, and that's a good combo. I really like it. That's it for that one. Okay, so this right here, and see, you know, when you have, you know, I do have like 20 rods here, but you still end up having to try to use something for something it's not, you know, made for. This is my weightless wacky fluke setup. It's got 12-pound fluorocarbon, and see, eventually I'm going to have to use something that I normally don't use. This is a oh my, can you see it? This right here is little Ned head with a Z-Man bait. I think that's called a tickler. So then I'm going to get into this rod here. I bought a lot of the Cypress series rods. This is my topwater rod. I don't even have this one labeled yet. This is 7-foot medium. And I've got a bit of a leader on that, some fluoro leader. Yeah, this is a great setup. I've got a lot of these 7-to-1 Cyclones. I think I bought more of those, and I bought some of the Criuses as well. Fantastic setup, casts really well, casts really smooth. I use that for poppers and stuff like that. I got another rod for bigger walking baits and such. This is a rod that I use for flipping. This one does have the composite handles, but it is my flipping rod, so I don't feel like I'm going to get nearly as many little sensitive bites and stuff like that. I can feel really well with this. I'm using 40-pound braid on it. I like to label everything. I don't want to forget what the heck this rod is for. It's just too much for my brain to handle. So this is the Aquilos. That's why it's got that blue soft grip handle, and it works really well. Caught some fish down in Seminole on this setup here. This is 7.3 medium heavy. Okay. This is the Brute. Okay, This is what I'm throwing a big HUD on, or not even a big HUD. I think this is a 6-inch HUD, but this is a 7.6 extra heavy power, and I'm throwing this on 25 or 30 pound fluoro. For fluorocarbon, you know, I really try not to be big money bucks and go out and spend ridiculous amount of monies on fluoro. I use P-line. I think P-line is great. I mean, I've gotten a lot of fishing time out on my on one setup, not having to change a lot. So I use P-line. You get that at Dick's Sporting Goods. I think I've seen it at Walmart, even Cabela's. Buy it online. I buy a lot of stuff online. So this is my smaller swim bait setup. This is a Mega Bass. I think it's called a Mag Draft, right? Isn't that a Mag Draft? Y'all can let me know. I'm not sure. This is 7.6 medium heavy. Got a Cyclone 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. A lot of people are going to give me crap about the reels I'm using. I'm using 7-to-1 or 8-0-to-1, or yeah, it's 8-1-to-1. Anyway, man, you can, and I've heard pros say this, man, don't get hung up on what one person says about a setup. And everybody's trying to do their best. Everybody's trying to do you good. They're trying to give you their best opinion, but don't get hung up on one opinion. That's why every time I'm curious about something or a setup or something like that, I'll go on YouTube, find 3 different pros. Pros know it best. Find 3 different pros. You'll be surprised how different every answer will be. I mean, they can be vastly different. I mean, huge. I mean, and if I think of an example, I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure I've got one for skipping. I mean, I just have guys who say really short rods for skipping. Length of the rod don't really matter a ton. You can hear everything. So, and then there's some things that people get a consensus on. This is my cranking setup. This is an Akilos 7-foot medium power, real parabolic. Say with crankbaits and stuff like that, square bills, anything with them, those treble hooks, even like my topwater setup over there. Medium power is great because it's gonna keep that fish pinned, and you're not gonna lose as many fish that way. You have a real parabolic setup. You kind of want to some grease on my finger here. You kind of want to change it up a little bit if you're going to a really deep crankbait, because that stiffer rod's gonna make you work less against the bait. But generally, a good parabolic setup is gonna be key. This time of year, I'm using a spoon, and really, I didn't feel like I needed anything specific for this setup. This is a 7.3 medium heavy power. This is a Flex-It spoon, 1 ounce chunk of lead, painted white, and is a 15-pound fluoro. And this is my Texas Carolina rig, and out on Lake Lanier, this has been a good setup. I mean, I haven't had any issues. Caught some fish on these spoons. Spooning's still pretty new to me. Let's see here. This is my spy bait or underspin setup. It's a Cypress 7.2 medium power. I've got I've got braid to fluoro. If you want to run it a little bit deeper, you're going to have to do straight fluoro, and that might happen here because this is kind of set up for a little bit more shallow setup. I've got a Georgia blade. I think it's called a head spin. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And then a little, I think it's a 3.75, 3 3/4 Kitech. That works great. And then this is my absolute favorite. If you're buying a full set of rods, you're gonna spend a lot of money on rods and reels. And my plan is to kind of slowly upgrade, because in that suggestion chart that they have, right? They have good, better, and best. The Cypress, I believe, are listed under the better. I've got a lot of Cypress. And then the Scythe, right? This is going to be listed under that better to best. This is my favorite setup. I absolutely love it. This is my shaky head Ned drop shot setup. I've got another one identical. Still got the Banshee. This is another 2000. And right now I've got a little Ned with a little missile bait. I can't remember the name of this. I can't remember the name of crap. But this thing is so freaking sweet, man. I love it. I love fishing it. Like, they're not even biting the Ned. I just want to pick this one up and throw it. No, I mean, this time of year they should be biting dead. If you can get them in the ditches, get it in front of them and move it really flipping slow. It's really cold outside right now. So that's all the rods that I've got on my deck right now. Some of this stuff I'm not fishing, so some of it's going to go back in the rod locker. But man, I had a full set of, oh man, I hurt myself. I had a full set of different rods and reels, you know, and they were all different, all of them. None of them were the same brand. None of the reels were really the same. I might buy one or two at the same time. Oh yeah, I got a couple more in here to show ya. A couple more to show ya, eh? All right. This is some of my largemouth stuff here. Yeah, let's see what we got. Oh crap, pulled the cover up. Okay. Sorry for that. All right. So, what we start with? This one's got nothing on it right now. And yeah, I know why. I backlashed the snot out of it. This is a Cypress, okay? 7.6 medium heavy power. And I've got 30-pound braid on it. And this is for blade baits. Blade baits. Chatterbait, spinnerbait. It's mostly what I'm throwing on here. And I backlashed the absolute living snot out of this. So it looks like, or maybe this should not be the rod that I did. I did it to one of my reels, and I haven't put anything back on it because I've been dreading getting all this expensive line off of here. And it's so stuck, man. It's so stuck. Okay, so then this is probably my favorite setup. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh gosh. This is, good gravy, Chris, 8-1-1. This is sick reel. I absolutely love it. Oh, 8-0-1. I can't get anything right today. Okay. This is my punching setup. 65-pound braid, Chris reel, 7.6 heavy power Cypress. Freaking dope, man. I love this setup, man. This is one of the first rods that I bought a couple years ago. Or not a couple years ago. Last year. Bought it last year. Abso-freaking-lutely love it. It's held up. Guides are strong. I beat the snot out of stuff. I'm hard on my crap. Survived. So stuff like that. I like the 8-0-1 ratio reels. You just rip them out of that thick crap. So another Chris. I've got Carolina rig set up on this one. This is actually my swim jig rod. I tend to do this sometimes, man. Something happens to another rod, reel setup, whatever. I end up tying it on something that it's not intentional and not necessarily intended for. So anyway, guys, I know that SIXGILL at the moment just ended their BOGO special, but man, you really need to consider going out there, picking you up a couple. I know if y'all are watching this from the SIXGILL page, you guys are already kind of on the bandwagon here. So if you guys got any questions about my setups, please leave them in the description below. If y'all could please like and subscribe to my page. I really believe it's going to blow up one of these days. And I really look forward to doing some more videos. I'm getting out on Lake Lanier tomorrow. Lord willing, it's going to be a whole lot warmer tomorrow. I don't know, man. I'm not too confident in the weather at the moment. But I think we can get on them, man. I've spent 2 days without a whole lot of action out on Lake Lanier. And dang it, I deserve to cash in a little bit, don't you think? So thank you, guys. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And can't wait to see you guys out there again. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. God bless.